Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi Ramp on the play for game one. Funny enough, kind of wish I was on the draw with that opening hand. I would have capped it with the gemstone in a instant. Would have capped it. Well, without a green source, it just was not doable. This hand actually is workable, though. We can go Eldrazi Temple, Forest. I guess we can pitch the Emrakul, yeah. Play Temple, pass. And pass. Plains, passing. Interesting. Tis a Myco. Now I could play Talisman here. Still think I will, yeah. We'll pass. Plains passing do nothing. Weird. Force pitches one Cheetong. Okay. We'll pass yet again. Opponent misses a land drop. In that case, I'm just going to hold up K Command X2. Misses their land drop again. We'll move Cotton. If I've been there, done that, so I feel ya. X2. Jukabog bottom, Temple top, and draw. Temple, kick, Myco. Hit the plains. And I'll grab another Temple. And we'll hold K Command X2 yet again. Opponent will surveil. Draw. Wooded Foothills. In that case, Ramp and Scry draw. For 5. There's another Myco spawn. There's an Emrakul. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10. On that case, how do we want to proceed? Bottom. I mean, honestly, I'm just going to say bottom all but Myco. And top. So what we can do here then is Wooded Foothill fetch for a forest. Ice Till Explorer. Play Wooded Foothill Mill. Fetch Wooded Foothill for Stomping Ground Shock. And then kick Myco spawn. And we'll scoop it up. Other than the Wan Chi Tong and Force, I have no clue what we're playing against. I'm gonna say it's probably safe. Just go Strict Serenade, Heats in, cut the K returns. Probably an Ugin, Rumble, Bajuka Bog, and run it back. At the very least, they're playing white-blue, so maybe it's control. And that's a mulligan if I've ever seen one. Oh, mulligan. This is workable. Pitch back Emrakul, done. Reveal, exile, pass. We do need a land off top. Hallowed Fountain Shock, holding up 1. Devourer, you're a bit late to the party. Name Eldrazi. I mean, we'll try and jam the Talisman, though I'm doubtful it will resolve. Paying cost. There's a spell snare. Yep. Figured that would be the case, but best that we just jam it anyways. Tune the narrative. Triome. Draw. Lab, the best thing we could have seen right now. Cast Chrysalis, the Prime, the Myco. We'll pass in full. And we'll hold. And hold. Draw. Wooded Foothill. Fetch. For a forest. Trigger 1. Myco Spawn kicked. Target Triome. Do you have Consigned Memory? One, two, three, four, five, six. Sure enough, there's Consign, but only consigning twice? Interesting. I guess actually no, because the body's uncountable. Makes sense. Never mind. Never mind. Swinging for 3, down to 15. Fetch 14, Surveil. So like maybe Jeskai control? Witch Enchanter to yard. Field of Ruin. Was not expecting to see that here. Field will resolve. Grab a forest. Draw. Go to combat. Swinging for 6, down to 8. I will hold. Paying cost for Tune. Breeding Pool, tapped, and passing. We'll draw. Hold Strict Serenade. Attack for 6. Down to 2. We get the hold Strict Serenade. And Bone scoops it up. We got there. Solid win. We'll be back for match number 2. Alright, we're back for match 2 on the draw for game 1. Hand's a bit meh, but if we draw into some, depending on what we draw into, we can definitely work with it. Not to mention we get a second look with the commercial district. Steam Vents, Shock 17 for Ragavan or DRC? Ragavan. Could be Blink, could be Bobble. Oh, now I don't know what this is. Murktide? You know what? Could be Murktide. Play Temple and pass. And we'll hold on the off chance it's relevant. Scouting Tarn, Ragavan will connect. Down to 18, Ragavan pilfers a Sanctum of Ugin. Bobble. So they do know that we have the K command in hand then. So if they have counter magic, I imagine they just hold here. They have no reason not to. Bauble trigger, draw, and draw Rumble. We'll play the Misty Rain and pass. Hold up K, Command X1 for Rag. Scouting turn, fetch the 16. We're not going to fire off yet because they can still have counter magic in hand. But it will surveil its Grixis. Grixis Murktide, maybe? Interesting. Go to combat. Let's not belabor the point. Misty Rainforest, fetch for a forest. And we will ramp or scry. We'll scry draw, exile the rag. Kind of need to draw into some action here. And there's the counter spell, or is it Hardcast Force? Hardcast Force. Ragavan will connect. Ragavan will pilfer. Ragavan pilfers a Emrakul. We'll draw. I will play Temple. I will attempt to resolve Talisman. I will attempt to resolve Rumble. I will grab the Myco. And I will hold. Next turn we have a kicked Myco. I'll absolutely snap block the Ragavan. So Lex means they don't have a force in hand or a spell snare. I will block. Frog, pass in full. And draw. I will kick the Myco. Red or blue? I mean, blue-black or blue-red. We'll go blue-black. Stop any more frogs from being cast unless you use the treasure. Myco lands. Nothing in Yard that we want shifting Woodland for. So I think we just go Temple 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We'll go Temple. Commercial District. Surveil. K, return to Yard. And pass. Cavern's also a choice. At least this way we can guarantee the Emrakul resolution if an instance that's relevant. Opponent did not realize they did not have Delirium. That's funny. Been there, done that. Float Frog. Definitely don't have Delirium now. They will connect, pitching one Shitong. They must be short on lands, hence their aggression. They did find a land, though. They must have drawn into that. There's no reason for them to pitch that frog or one Shitong if they had it available. We'll draw another Myco. I will kick the Myco once again. We'll hit the steam vents, yield all. Opponent will fetch with Polluted Delta. Do you have a counter spell in hand? Watergrave Shock for Bowmasters. Bowmasters is fine. We'll take one down to 11. At this point, yes, I think we'll grab Cavernous Souls. Name Eldrazi. I'll cast Talisman of Impulse. Talisman of Impulse. And we'll play Ghost Quarter. And Ghost Quarter your Watery Grave, pass. If I can just draw into something here, we'll be in a good spot. And pass. So opponent can pitch 3, swing in the air for 6, which will put lethal on board, which means I'll need something to either block or to exile the frog. Floats the frog. Attacks for 5 in the air. Lethal is now on board. Plays a Scouting Tarn. With 1 card left in hand, we will draw. It comes down to this last draw. And it is just my type of luck today. We have been drawing a ton of bricks, but that's variance for you. Alright, against Frog, we're going to want Strict Serenade, probably Dismember Heat, Cut the K returns, Ice Till, Gemstone, Ghost Quarter, keep Cavern Bog. Even Bog might be a bit questionable. We didn't see Murktide, and I'm not going to assume that they have it. We could theoretically trim it. I'm also going to trim in Ugin since we saw Force. We could bring in Vexing Bauble. That is a consideration. Yeah, so let's run it back like this. Variance going to variance. If there's one thing in life that is indiscriminate, it is, in fact, luck. On the play for game 2, I will keep, I will reveal, trigger, I will grab Myco Spawn or Talisman. I'm going to say Myco. Let's go Stomping Ground, tapped, and pass. And pass. Bloodstained Mire, fetch 19 for. Watergrave Shock for Thoughtseize. Tis a Thoughtseize. I think you have to take the K command. The other option, of course, is the Rumble, but I think you really should take the K command. K command is just a card that demands to be answered. That's just my opinion, though. Taking anything else other than the command or Rumble would be strange, though, I will say that. Takes the K command, yep. Draw, Lab, Imprint, Devourer. Let's cast Rumble. Let's see if you have a Force. No Force. I will grab... That's interesting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're short. The alternative is we put Emrakul into Yard. We grab Shifting Woodland off the Myco Spawn later. So in that case, I'm tempted to go for a Talisman here. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we'll still have 4 types in Yard. We can play the Talisman. Yes, let's do that. Cast Talisman and pass. So now if we can play our cards right, we can get Shifting Woodland with Myco Spawn and start smacking the face of a 13/13 from yard. We'll pass. Do you hold up or play Frog? You play Frog. No fear. Let's see if we draw into a Soul Land. We do not. Carousel, still very good though. We will play Carousel, name Eldrazi. And Chrysalis can block the Frog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Short one of Devourer next turn. Preordain will resolve. Scry 2, draw a card. So we're definitely going to fire off Myco Spawn next turn. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, 6. So we'll be short one of the Devourer as it currently stands. Top draw. I imagine you found a land for turn. Float Frog. There was no reason to float Frog. I guess that way I can't block with a Spawn, I suppose. I'll block with a Chrysalis if you want to pitch some cards to grow out of range and or kill the Chrysalis. Pitch Thundering Falls, that's fine. Pitch Undercity Sewers, that's fine. Let's see how many we're willing to pitch. Sacrifice. Pitch. Sacrifice. Pitch Counterspell. Yield all. Chrysalis is down. Steam Vents, shocked. Interesting. We'll draw. Vexing Bauble, Breeding Pool, shock for Myco. Myco, kick your black source. Do you have Consign as last card in hand? Sure enough, you do. Okay. And we'll pass in full. Body hits board, so they'll draw 2 next turn. We'll just cycle the Vexing Bauble most likely. I mean, if you're not going to float, I'm going to block. Draw Bajuka Bog. Well, let us start with Bauble. Let us cycle the Bauble. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will Bajuka Bog you and pass. And hold on the off chance it's relevant. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Frog will pitch. Frog will connect down the 12, draw a card. And draw. Well, opponent. 'Tis an Emrakul. Our turn, comrade. But we'll scoop it up. We'll take the win. Solid. Alright, let's move to sideboard, bring back in the gemstone, trim a rumble, and run it back. Strix Serenade. I mean, if we Strix Serenade an early frog, it could be pretty good. We just need to draw into action, though. Bauble, crack, target self. They have a fetch in hand. Do you shuffle away what you found? You will. 19 surveil. Or do we shock? Nope. Surveil. Keeps it on top. Ball will trigger, draw a card. And draw, rumble, verdant catacombs, and pass. Watergrave, shock, and frog. Fetch, verdant catacomb for breeding pool, shock, and cast Strix Serenade. You get a bird. I will draw. Unfortunate draw there. I will play Forest and Rumble. Do you have a Force? You do not, and we still find nothing. We'll grab the Talisman and pass. That's a big oof. Variance has not been my friend today, I'll tell you what. Preordain. Spellbomb. Ragavan. The bird will hit me for 2. At least I'd imagine so. Down to 15. And draw, dismember. We can dismember the rag. So let's play Sanctum, Talisman, Talisman, dismember the rag. Not something I want to do, but I think I need to do. No attacks. We'll pass. Theoretically, I could have waited a turn, but more afraid of a potential counterspell out of hand. 5 cards in hand. We're down to 9. They have a 5-turn clock as it stands. If I could draw into a threat, that would be really cool. Just a thought. We draw. Oh, that is a threat. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I will play Bajukabog. Bajukabog target you and pass. They heal Spell Bomb, which means Emrakul's very much offline. They draw a card. And we'll pass. Another frog. Which means Lethal's now on board. We'll draw. Let's see if we can find a threat. Stomping around tapped and we'll pass. I mean, there's only so much I can do when the deck just wants to feed me nothing but bricks. So if opponent just floats frog and pitches hand, they win. Thoughtseize eats the Emrakul. Rude as hell. They now know the coast is clear. I mean, you just pitch hand, float frog, win. Yep. I'll concede. Rough. Alright, we'll be back for match number 3. Alright, we're back for match 3 on the play for game 1. I will keep reveal triggers. Grab K command. Well, yes, I'll grab K command, surveil, keep it on top, and pass. And pass. Surveil. Possible that maybe keeping the shifting wood would have been the better option, especially if for some reason this gets countered. Thankfully does not. As long as it sticks on board, we'll be able to cast the Chrysalis or the Myco. Arid Mesa. Fetch Arid Mesa 19, Hulled Fountain Shock 17 for Prismatic Ending. Maybe. Yep, that's Prismatic Ending. Oof. Need an untapped land. Another Talisman. K command, ramp, and scry draw. Looking for a land here. Sprawl to bottom. K return pass. And pass. Yeah, if I would have kept the shifting wood instead of the K command, we would have been able to play Chrysalis. Unfortunate. Another Prismatic Ending, Arid Mesa, fetch 16 for plains, and Stoneforge Mystic. I was not expecting that. Meteor Sword. Huh. I need a land. Untapped land. Oh, Jesus Christ, in a handbasket. Pass. And pass. Yeah, I guess I should have kept the Shifting Woodland. Quantum Riddler. Draw a card. Land Shock, or Bolt the 13. Meteor Sword. Hits Temple. I now need a soul land. We'll draw. That is not a soul land. Equip 3. I will K return now. And pass. And pass. Maybe I should have waited until they attempted equip, but it's also possible they may have counterspell. I don't know. If I can get into an untapped land, we can Ice Till for the temple back. Flicker Wisp flickers the Meteor Sword. Okay. Commercial district down. I need a lab. We'll pass. Huh. Well, I'll be real. Was not expecting this. To fairy. Bounce my talisman. And that's just outright rude. Attack for 3 down to 17. Pain cost for Ephem on Meteor Sword. Huh. Draw? Yeah, let's just pick it up until game 2. Heat, Dismember... Ice Tills, yes. Bog, no. Cavern, yes. Gemstone, no. Boy. I'm gonna say... Blue, maybe force Ugin down? Do we want Strict Serenadin over K Return? I'm gonna say no. Let's run it back like this. So it's very blinkish. Yes, very blinkish. Interesting. Like, maybe we do want the Strict Serenade over the K returns. The thing is, they run kind of the smaller blink package as well. On the play, I'll keep. Yeah, I just kept the Shifting Woodland that last game. I think things would have been a bit different. Now, it doesn't mean we necessarily would have won, but we would have had a bit more of a fighting chance. Elegant Parlor Surveil. Given that they're playing blue, they likely brought in Consign to memory. Prismatic Ending to Yard. We'll draw. Forest will play Sanctum. Rumble. Temple. And pass. And pass. Verge. Do you hold up 2 for Felia? Temple, hold K command. Do you play the Felia? You do not. We'll hold the K command. Yeah, no reason to cast that directly into a Consign when you don't have anything as follow-up. Draw. Second K command. Lab, Imprint, Emrakul, and pass. This way, if they play Felia with Consign as backup, we can K command Scrydraw, exile Felia. Done. There's Consign, so that way I can still Scrydraw, exile Felia. Oh, never mind. I'm one short. Yep. I'm in fact one short. Should not have played the lab. That's on me. For the reason I thought I had 4 mana left over after tapping those 2 instead of 3, but I very much have 3 mana instead. That's a whole lot of oof. Because now there's a chance they Flicker Wisp the lab and get rid of my Emrakul. Oh, yeah. Sacrifice the spawn in response. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now we sold in short 2, but if they flick Respire, I'm big sad. Yep. Nope, that's solely on me. I messed that up. No imprint. Draw. Sprawl. Sprawl. For red. Now would be the time to probably cast this heat. Felia down. And we'll hold up K command X2. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, yeah, we would have 13, I think, next turn? No, the turn after. Oh no, I guess Lab still would have been played. I guess it would have been Ghost Court instead. Lab in hand, Emrakul in hand, yada yada yada. Warp trigger, draw card. Attack for 3. Land for turn, paying cost 4, Ashiok. Ashiok will resolve. And then K command X equals 2. And done. Bottom, bottom, draw. Ugin. We draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. So in that case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So Ugin. So Sanctum first, Ugin target Ashiok, yield all, yes. For Myco spawn, we'll have 3, 4, 5, 6. Myco spawn, Breeding Pool shock, Ugin 0, Myco spawn kick. Ugin exile, Myco spawn kick. Only one red source. We'll get rid of the parlor, yield all. I will commercial district, surveil, chrysalis top, and pass. With Ugin on board, it's going to be very difficult for them to do anything. Now we know it's more blinkish. I guess probably bring in the other Ugin. You draw a card, that's fine. We draw into Chrysalis. Let's draw into another card. Emrakul, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter my forest. Yes, for forest. Ugin, exile, Riddler, Emrakul hits board. Go to combat, swing for 3, put you down to 16, lethal range. Let's take a look at your hand. You have a Solitude. You do, pitching Ephem, exiling Emrakul. Batterskull, Witch Enchanter. Consigned to memory. So what we can do then is we can go to main, play and bolt, cast Batterskull, consign Batterskull, and pass and pass. But we'll scoop it up, we'll take the win. Okay. So in that case, we definitely want Ugin back in. We'll take the Gemstone, trim the Rumble. I think we will take out the K-Return, bring in the Strict Serenade, and trim out maybe Emrakul here. Yeah, that would make a bit of sense. Let's do that. Thankfully, my blunder did not cost me. I mean, Heat's early interaction, which is nice. I'll keep. We'll pass. Arid Mesa passing. Windswept Heath and hold. I guess we can't hold up the Heat, but I don't think we need to right now, so we'll just surveil. Ephem to yard. We'll pause on end step. Fetch. Surveil. Lab. Top. Lab. Imprint Sire. Cast Talisman. And hold Heat for Felia. Heat the Felia and pass. And pass. Flickerist would still be pretty rough here, but thankfully no Flickerist. Riddler draw, Flooded Strand, fetch. 18, Hallowed Fountain for an Ephem. Yep. Would love to see a Soul Land here. Draw. No Soul Land. We will simply cast the Myco, yield all. I will play Temple, question mark. We'll go Temple. And then Misty Rainforest and pass. Ephem, rebound. Do you blink the Riddler? Opponent's thinking hard on this one. They will choose to do so. They'll draw another card. Do you have a Flicker Wisp? Lion Sash. Okay. No combat. Go to end step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't really want to cast Ugin directly into a consign if I can help it. We'll draw Chrysalis. Chrysalis. Trigger resolves, body resolves. Play Verdant Catacomb and pass. Paying cost for Felia. There's the Felia, yep. So I'm assuming that they might not have a consign in hand, given that they did not consign the Chrysalis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They could hard cast a Solitude here. But that would leave shields down for Ugin. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then we'll go to combat. Imagine it's attack of Riddler. Yes. We'll take the 4 down to 14. End step and return Sire to hand. Draw Forest. The body resolved. Okay, this is interesting now. No attacks. I can only assume there's no consign then. It is a Solitude. Looks like it might be. Yep, Solitude on Sire. Yes, that's fine. Comes down to 8. Up to 21. Attack with Riddler. And I was about to say, and Solitude and Felia. Interesting. I mean, Felia can flicker Solitude, eat Chrysalis or Mycospawn, but then we will eat Felia. It's fine. The attack of Solitude will block of Chrysalis, sack a spawn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah. I guess it was 13 if I had kept the Sire underneath. Opponent's thinking hard, either that or hardly tinking. I mean, I'll 1000% block the Solitude. We'll take the 4 from Riddler at this point. Okay, attacking Ophelia, attacking with Riddler, flickering the Solitude. Sure. Go to blocks. We'll block here. I guess we'll just block here, actually. Because you're likely going to exile a Chrysalis, I'd imagine. That would be my guess, at least. So, Ophelia down. End step. We'll just fetch now to thin. Down to 16, grab a forest. And pass and full. Solitude exiles Chrysalis, sure. And draw. Line Sash eats heat to try and keep me off of Emrakul. Makes sense. Another Sire. In that case, yep, we'll fire this off first. Yeah, at this point, if this resolves, you definitely don't have another consign. Again, Bones thinking hard on those 3 cards in hand. No attacks. Line Sash will eat a Landing Yard, sure. I mean, at this point, I'll just pass in full. You do what you need, friend. Alright, just trying to grow out of range of Sire, maybe? But by that fetch, now Sire has pseudo hexproof. Interesting. Alright. I mean, what say you? No consign in hand, no Ephem in hand. At least as of the last 3 cards. There's one unknown that we don't know if it was consign or Ephem. You'll attack. Maybe attack with Solitude. I mean, you can't attack with anything besides the Lion Sash. We'll draw. Ugin. Exile Riddler. Did you draw into the consign? Well, damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, I'll play Stomping Grounds tapped, and we'll pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Guess I should play the Talisman. So yes, Lion Sash can get bigger than Sire, but they can't realistically attack with it right now is the problem. I guess they can reconfigure. Yeah, I guess they can reconfigure. I mean, right now they can make Quantum Riddler a 13/13 and force me to block. 14, 15, 16 as it stands. Oh, that's not the right move. I don't have Trample Friend. Go to blocks. We block with a spawn before damage. We sack. Phase change. Yeah, about that. Paying costs to reconfigure, but Cyrus has Menace. You need another blocker. Draw. Go to combat. You'd specifically need a Felia right now. Damn. Ephem. Oh. That does work. You'll draw a card. Block and block. Go to damage. Kill the Riddler. Unfortunately, Sire will die. Play Sanctum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Still short. No reason to play the Talisman then. Lion Sash will eat the Sire. Rebound. Eats the Myco. Eats the Spawn. Rude. Pass. And hold. Yeah, I mean, I think I had to go for it in that moment. There was no world where I didn't. I do wonder if I had cast that Ugin turns earlier, if it would have resolved. So unfortunate. Paying cost for Riddler. Warp. Draw a card. Combat. Swing for 9. We'll block. Far in hand at this point. Line Sash will eat the yard. Give me Ugin, give me Devourer would be solid. Draw. I'll take a Chrysalis. Chrysalis gives me turns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In that case, I will play the Talisman, as that does give me 13. Fetch Arid Mesa down to 6. Old Fountain tapped. And we'll hold. I will block with Chrysalis. Do you hardcast Riddler here? Yes. You'll draw a card. We have 13 for Emrakul. We draw. No reason to reveal that. We'll pass. Opponent has 16 flying damage with Riddler, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 out of 25. We'll go to blocks. We block before damage, we sack, and we pass. Down to 10. Lethal is on board. Riddler Warp, draw a card. And draw. We'll concede. Unfortunate. Yeah, I do wonder if I'd cast the Ugin a turn earlier, if it would have resolved, if they did draw into the consign there. Unfortunate if so. But with that being said, we'll be back for match 4. Alright, we're back for match 4. On the draw for game 1. We'll pass. Draw. Second rumble, pass. Wooded Foot Elf fetch, 19 for Commercial District. Could be Eldrazi Mirror. Keeps it on top. Temple does look to be it. Talisman. I mean, they're one soul land away from a kicked Myco. I will grab Myco spawn and pass and pass. Do you have a kicked Myco friend? Oof. Looks like you do. Looks like they're on a World Breaker list, potentially Chris's list, which I believe runs some. So Myco kick. That is unfortunate. And this is a great example where play draw definitely matters. And draw. K command, shock, stomping ground 18 for rumble. I will grab the Ice Till and hope we get the opportunity to play it. We'll pass. 2, 3, 4, 5. Too short of oof. K return, solid choice there. Probably should have held up the ability to respond. Oof, but Jugabog on top of which, opponent just has everything. Yeah, at least that way could have K commanded and cycled. Would have drawn into one more card sooner. Camera Souls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Return World Breaker. Yeah, let's just scoop it up. We're good. Go to sideboard. So for the ramp mirror, they could still be on Ice Till. Regardless, we're cutting out the K returns. So I'm feeling like we could bring in Dismember. Could argue Strict Serenade. As well as, I guess, maybe Heat. Yeah, bit of a weird one. We don't have too much for the mirror match. The Strixes would definitely be better if they were consigned memory by comparison. Debating whether or not I want the Strict Serenades, though. I don't know. For the most part, they just seem pretty bad. We'll bring in the Heats instead and keep the Cavern of Souls just in case maybe they have consigns. Biggest thing is, like, we saw that they definitely have Cavern of Souls, so on the play for game 2, I'll keep Let's see how quickly we can accelerate here. It's a bit slow, so if they have a solid hand, we might still be just a turn behind. Finding Rumble or K command could be good to try and get MTGO kicked on 3. Opponent's thinking hard on their opening 7. What are we thinking about it? Either this is the most difficult mulligan decision in the world, or maybe they stepped away from the keyboard. I'm going to assume the latter, so we're going to take a quick pause and return once they have passed priority. Alright, we're back. Reveal Devourer. Finding a temple. Play Shifting Woodland and pass. And pass. Actually, I guess no. We should have probably played Commercial District. Angle for the Chrysalis. Ugh. Draw. Well, I guess actually doesn't matter here. No, it doesn't. We'll go Commercial District Surveil. Emrakul to Yard. And pass. Next turn we have Chrysalis. In worst case scenario here is we see a soul land into a Rumble or Talisman. Talisman, so no kick to MTGO. In that case, Temple for Chrysalis pass. And pass. Stomping Ground Shock, 18. Chrysalis. Draw. K command. So in that case, how do we want to proceed here? So Ugin Lab, Tuck Devourer, kick the MTGO spawn for sure. Kick Commercial District, yield all. I will grab Temple. Trigger 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Trigger 2. K command, scry draw, exile, spawn. And done. Bottom, top, draw, and pass. Should have actually grabbed the fetch. The reason they're being is we could have played it to then get 4 types in yard. Rumble finds Emrakul. Chooses Catacombs. Okay, so they do play Ice Till. Down to 16, Stomping Ground, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stomping Ground, Shock. Ugin, Exile, Ice Till. Ugin plus draw, Sprawl, pass, no attacks. And pass. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 short of their Emrakul. Rumble. Oh, shit. Chooses Misty Rain? Didn't they have Emrakul just then, unless they have Emrakul in hand? 7, 8. Interesting. Draw. Well, this gets awkward fast. I don't think I can plus here, unfortunately. Yeah, me not grabbing the fetch earlier actually really hurt in retrospect. Because 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, they have Emrakul mana. The fact they've milled over 2 is baffling to me. I don't think I can. Chrysalis. Yield all. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. And yield all. I'll go to combat, swing for 6. Misty Rainforest fetch 9. Like I said, I simply put can't plus Ugin right now because if they Emrakul, we're just SOL. So the best thing I can do here is just sit on the Ugin. And that is why. Better to be safe than sorry. There's Rumble. Imagine you cast the Rumble, but that will give me types in Yard for my Emrakul. Imagine you take nothing. Zero, sure. What's the thought process here? So I'm going to force you to block my Emrakul through shifting Woodland. Yeah? Trigger the Chrysalises, sure. You attack with the biggest Chrysalis and the Emrakul, I'd imagine. Do I have a lethal on board, though? I might. Yep, you block of Emrakul. No, I guess I don't have lethal on board, but pretty close. Return Devourer, sure. draw. K command. In that case, 0. Ramp and scry draw. X equals 6. Ugin targets yield all. I mean, there's my own Emrakul. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 5, 6, 7, 8, 14, yeah. So we should be good. So in that case, yes. The alternative is that I do what? If I attack enough an Emrakul, they block. They block. I guess they block, and then that's lethal. Yeah, that's also true. Breeding Pool definitely bottom. Forest bottom. I guess the question is whether or not we just want to do that or take control of their turn. Let's take control of their turns. So Dismember bottom, Heat bottom, Rumble top, Emrakul top. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 14. Two, 3, 4, 5. Triggers. And Bone scoops it up. Cool. We got there. So I'll bring back in the gemstone, trim out a rumble, and run it back. I was right to presume the ice tills. That's good. Hands interesting but workable. We'll keep. We'll pass. Windswept Teeth, pass, draw. Forest, sprawl for red, and pass. We could double rumble next turn, though I think I'm going to talisman rumble and pass. Lab for rumble. Talisman. Draw. Myco. So we'll play the Shifting Wood. Talisman. Rumble. Grab a second Myco. And pass. And pass. Next time we have a kicked Myco. Do they have a kicked Myco? They do. There's Myco spawn. Hitting the Shifting Woodland, interesting. I might go for Ghost Quarter, honestly. Hit the lab, get rid of the Emrakul while we can. Oh, they also grab Ghost Quarter. We draw. Why would you not Ghost Quarter the forest now? Weird choices. So in that case, how do we want to proceed? I suppose we can just go Stomping Ground Shock. Sprawl. Float. Yes. for a forest. I mean, that's mana neutral regardless, so interesting choice there, unless you have an Ice Till in hand. Huh. Myco Spawn. So we could Bajuka Bog if we assume an Ice Till, otherwise we can Ghost Quarter their Ugin Lab and set them back a land. The problem is that they have Ice Till. We're in very big trouble. Let's Bajuka Bog out there, just in case they have the Ice Till. We'll pass. We'll pass. Next turn I can kick the Templar Lab. Bajuka Bog my yard, sure. If they had the Ice Till, they would have played it prior to Dismember. Should have done that prior to the Bajuka Bog, but that's fine. We'll draw. Talisman, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play Windswept Teeth Fetch and shock the Breeding Pool in case they have another Ghost Quarter. And Myco kick Temple. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could also pull up Ghost Quarter and hit the lab as well. Yeah, I do like that idea. I will Ghost Quarter now. Pass. Return Emrakul to hand. You'll go searching. And pass. No attacks. We'll draw. Another Myco spawn. We will kick once again. Myco spawn will kick, and opponent scoops it up. We'll take the win. Solid. All right. Well, we'll be back for match number 5. All right, we're back for match 5 on the play for game 1. I will keep, this is a control matchup, okay. Opponent will mulligan down to 6. Lab Imprint Sire. And hold. Draw. Forest, hold. If when they fetch, we're gonna fire off the K command. Force check. And done. Okay, return to bottom, draw into a rumble. Surveil. We need to get pressure on board quickly if they have Scepter Chant in their deck, which I'm a bit concerned that they do. Surveil. And draw. Sprawl. Cast Rumble. Spell Snare. Cavern Souls and pass. Or Gemstone Caverns and pass. If it's Cavern Souls, I would play this Writhing Chrysalis. Do you have a Teferi? You do. Do you attempt to bounce the spawn? You do not. I'll draw. Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter does work. Tap. Ghost Quarter target. Yes. For a forest. Sprawl. For red. Chrysalis. And pass. Next turn we can Ice Still. Terminus. Yep. Pass in full. Any order. Teferi plus. Paying cost for Kahira to hand and draw. Devourer. In that case, Chrysalis or Ice Still. We haven't hit our land drop, so you know what? We're going to go Ice Still. Ghost Quarter, mill a card. Solitude is rude. Yes. And pass in full. I do pitch for Solitude, the Kahira. Teferi plus, casting Jace. So this is Miracles control. In that case, they might not be playing the Scepter Chant. Draw. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, just 11. Yield all. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 now. So we have Emrakul, another Terminus. Jesus. Yes. No responses. Any order. One short of Devourer. We'll draw. Another Chrysalis. Yield all. Arid Mesa fetch. Flooded Strand fetch. Wild Fountain Shock. Cast a Solitude Henge. Reveals Narset, so Days Undoing's potentially online. That would be quite unfortunate. Jace, Mindstorm, or Brainstorm, land. You shuffle away the 2 you put back with the Flooded Strand. There's Narset. Narset. Interesting. So you want Orange Chant. Bounce back. Chrysalis. So you have the Orange Chant. Time Walk me. Draw, pass. Teferi plus. Narset minus. Another orange chant has entered. Discharge in response. And draw. Ugin Lab. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sack in response. Paying cost for orange chant. Oh, that's rude. Yes, that's fine. Days Undoing? Brutal. They don't have the Giltspire luck, so we're not dead, but we're not exactly in a good spot either. Jace starts turning through my deck. And there's the Giltspire luck. We'll concede. Alright, let's go to sideboard. So we definitely want heat. No return. Strict Serenade in. We could argue Bajuka Bog should stay. And then maybe trim out an Emrakul. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, if I'd went for the Crystal instead of the Ice Till, maybe we would have been able to play something, but I'm not sure if it would have mattered, given the board state at the end of it all. So, doesn't look like Scepter Chant, but looks like Miracles plus the Get Each Lock and Days Undoing. On the play for game 2, opponent will reveal Kahira, of course. I will keep Forest, Sprawl for red, and pass, and pass. Draw, Rumble, Windswept Heath, fetch. For Stomping Ground or Breeding Pool, we'll go Breeding Pool, Shock, Sprawl. For green, cast Rumble number 1, grab Temple, and cast Rumble number 2. Grab Cavernous Souls or Chrysalis? 3. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'll grab Cavernous Souls. And pass. Scouting Tarn, fetch 19. And pass. Second Myco. Let's kick this one. Do you have a consign to memory? You do, will yield all. 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One short. Terminus, of course. Any order. And draw. Cavern Souls, name Eldrazi. And we'll kick once again on the white source. Grab a temple. And pass. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Planes. Draw. Go to combat. Attack for 3. Tis an Emrakul. Consign the memory. Brain Surge. Looking for Solitude potentially. The body will hit board. Commercial District Surveil. Verdant Cat to yard. And our turn, comrade. There's a Solitude, Pigeon, Orange Chant. Terminus, Jace, Monumental Henge. We'll draw Rest in Peace on top of which. Huh. Yeah, don't exactly want to play any of this. The only hard part is Jace can put Terminus on top, but there's not much we can do to stop that is the problem. Yeah, the Rest of Peace doesn't do too much in the grand scheme. So I guess at this point we just pass. Problem is now we need to draw into some action, otherwise we still run the risk of losing. Unfortunately, we're in a precarious position. Rest in Peace, Hallowed Fountain tapped. We'll draw. Myco kick. I need a green. Somehow I missed that. Cancel. Myco kick, hit the Hallowed Fountain. Try and keep you off of white as much as I can. We could Bajuk or Ghost Quarter you, but I'm not sure that will be enough. But we might as well try. Go to combat. Do I Ghost Quarter the land now? We also could hold it for when they put Terminus on top. That's actually an interesting thought. I think I'll hold. Yeah, I have an idea. Because they played Jace and then Brainstorm. Yes. Draw 3. So they theoretically have put Terminus on top. I'll draw. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Unfortunate that rest in peace. So let us start by going to combat and swinging both at Jace. Just in case they have a Solitude in hand. Jace down. I will Ghost Core to the Monumental Henge. So now forces a decision whether or not they choose to not use. They do use the ability. I'll play Lab, no Imprint, and pass. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Surveil. Okay, here to hand and draw. Cast Talisman, go to combat. Attack for 6. Lethal's on board. Land for turn, fetch down to 4. Do you keep Terminus in hand? You did. Any order, and draw. Our turn, comrade. Consign the memory, counterspell, Isochron Scepter, draw, discharge. So we can go to main. We can cast Isochron Scepter, consign to memory, counterspell. That's 5. Yes. Otherwise, I guess we could Kahira. Yeah, we're going to cast the Isochron Scepter. So we're going to hold 1, 2. I'm pressing control. I swear to Christ in a handbasket. So in that case, I'll cast it on the Isochron, hold control, and counterspell the consign. I'll yield all at this point. And we'll just put the discharge underneath. Is it even necessary? There you have discharge. We'll pass. You specifically need Solitude now. But we'll pass. Orange Chant, of course. Heat will pass. And hold. Narset. In response. No, doing that doesn't do anything. Yes, that's fine. And Pebble Scoop. Okay. So I do have the Isochron Scepter lock on top of everything else. Love that. I will run it back like this. I will keep I will reveal, I will play, I will exile, I will pass. Trigger. Rumble on 1 is tempting, otherwise Temple? Actually, Lab. Because, yeah, then we can Lab, Tuck, Sire, play Talisman, or hold up K command. Otherwise, we can Rumble on 1. I think I'm going to Lab, though. Grab the Lab. Tuck. Cast Talisman or hold up K command. We'll cast the Talisman and then pass. I think I like the Talisman play here because that way we can hold up a K command for much larger next turn. We also can play the Ice Till into the Temple and mill. Arid Mesa, potentially holding up Counter Magic. We'll play the Temple then, hold up the K command. End step, fetch 18, Surveil. Jace to Yard. I'm gonna fire off the K command then. I imagine you have counter magic. Yeah. Draw Ugin. Only downside here is that we don't actually have any lands to play to mill right now. It's a body on board, which is nice, but still. There's Teferi. Teferi bounce the Ice Till. Quite rude. We draw. In that case, we will hit our land drop. And from here, fetch with Verdant Cat for Forest. Actually, unless you have a subtlety, this should resolve. I will heat you now. Get rid of the Teferi. Actually, before I do that. Verdant Catacomb Mill. And now we'll heat Teferi. We'll pass. On end step, we'll Surveil. Paying cost for Narset. Pause on end step. Narset finds Terminus. Scouting Tarn. We'll fetch Reverting Cat for Commercial District. Yield all. Chrysalis on top. And draw. Verdant Catacomb, mill a card. Verdant Catacomb, fetch. For a forest, mill a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Verdant Catacomb, mill a card. Fetch. For a forest. Cast Chrysalis. Yield all. Okay. In that case, trigger, always yield. Ugin, exile Narset. Ugin hits board, draw a card. Go to combat. Scouting Tarn. Surveil. Attack with Ice Till. And pass. Man, it's a 2-turn clock with Ugin on board here. We'll draw. Ugin plus draw. K command. Ice Till Mill. And lab. No response. Done. Let's go to combat. No blocks. Terminus is in hand. We're just going to hold the K command. Brain Surge. So Terminus will be put on top. There's the Terminus. Yep. Any order? I have an Emrakul in yard and Ugin prepared to ult. K command to act as permission. We do need to play around Orange Chant, because if they Orange Chant after my Ugin ult, I'm in trouble. Days Undoing. In response. Actually, I shouldn't even scry draw, shouldn't I? I should ramp and exile cards in yard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So their entire yard. Done. And done. Ugin trigger, no targets, and pass in full. Alright, we will draw. Again, I can't Ugin Orange Chant. I mean, they're tapped down. I don't need to use K command right now, so that's fine. We'll draw. Play. I think the only fetchable in deck now is a Stomping Ground. Yes. And pass. To Fairy in response. Actually, before I do that, fetch. Shock. K command. I guess we might as well sack these. 19. Ugin, no targets. Yield all. Yep, counterspell. Fairy minus. Rest in peace is fine. But if you tapped out, we just win now. Of course, there's a Strict Serenade right on top. Alright, well, I'll play Temple. Let's start by kicking a Myco. Ugin, exile to Fairy, Myco, exile, Monumental Henge, yield all. I'll grab Ghost Quarter. Ugin will search. Alright, here comes the fun part. So, Devourer, Emrakul, Sire, Mycospawn, Mycospawn, Mycospawn. Might as well grab all the talismans. Another Ugin. Alright. And done. So let's start with Myco Kick. I'm just going to hit all of your white sources. Yield all. Temple. Myco Kick. And Pummel Scoop it up. Solid win. Alrighty. Well, that there will end this league with a 3-tier record at the end of 5. Our losses were to Frog and to Blink. A few little misplays here and there, but for the most part, a lot of our significant losses definitely came down to variance. Is what it is. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. But overall, pretty happy with the results of the deck. With that being said, that there will be the end of tonight's stream, or tonight's YouTube video. Also stream as well, but mainly YouTube video in this context. As always, if you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button, comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback would be much appreciated. For as much that I hope y'all learn from me and both my success and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. However, if you do want to watch these videos recorded live over on Twitch, you can find me there Sundays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST and Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. CST for the weekend challenges. Otherwise, you can head over to my Patreon where you can find these videos ad-free and early. However, if you did get to this point in the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button as we continue to grow this channel. That being said though, folks, I will see you next time. Bye-bye!